Picture say you dey waka for Buenos Aires streets today. Cafe dem don full. Tango music dey leak from open window, and everywhere wey you turn face na like say oyinbo dey do roll call. Na only Europeans dey, but wait first, this one go shock you. Not too long ago, Argentina bin get one of the largest black population for South America. In fact, census wey dem do for late 1700 show say Afro-Argentine people pass 1/3 of Buenos Aires people dem. Yet today, official numbers place them at less than 1%. So wetin sup? How millions of people, entire families, entire communities just vanish from national story like say dem be no dey? Stay with me, because in this video, we are going to uncover Argentina's secret erasure of its black population. We go peel all the myths, government policies, the wars, the epidemics, and the silences in the census books. Last, we go ask, this vanish na nature work abi na wicked script wey dem write for back seats? Now, why does this matter to us today? Because Argentina no be just Argentina. Na mirror wey dey show everybody true face. Around the world, countries have erased inconvenient parts of their history. From African stories dem no wan talk, to hero wey dem don forget. Dem don twist, remold, even delete history like say na bad file. Reason am, Argentina gave the world tango, but very few people sabi say e get African roots. They contribute in modern identity on the image of a white European nation in South America, but at what cost? And here is the truth. The story of Afro-Argentines is not only about the past, it's about identity, memory, race, and the struggle for visibility that continues today. By the end of this video, you'll see why Argentina's black history matters for the whole African diaspora. From Nigerian history to Afro-Latin American history, and why to remember the Black Empire wey dem cancel like power move for our time. If you pick up a school history book inside Argentina, na this you go find inside. A few lines about slavery in the early colonial period, mentions of Afro-Argentine soldiers fighting and dying in Argentina's wars of independence, a tragic nod to epidemics like cholera and 1871 yellow fever outbreak. And after that, silence, like say Afro-Argentine just waka comot from life like smoke. The common explanation is simple. Dem kpai for war, kpai for sickness, and the rest blended into the larger European population. But that version leaves us with questions. Too many questions. If disease and war were the only causes, how could an entire population vanish in just a few decades? Why dem quietly delete racial categories from census forms after 1895, like say dem dey hide pikin for compound? And why does the myth of a white Argentina remain so strong even today? Na the official story be that. But now, make we go the real underground gist. Make we rewind back to 16th century. Spanish colonizers first brought enslaved Africans to what would become Argentina. Buenos Aires, wey dey Rio de la Plata, quickly became a slave trading hub. By the 18th century, Afro-Argentines were not just laborers in the fields. Dem be artisans, musicians, soldiers, and community leaders. In fact, the 1778 census under Viceroy Juan José de Ortiz counted thousands of Africans and mixed-race residents in Buenos Aires. Some estimates place them at 30 to 40% of the city's population. Pictures dey streets that time. E dey dump African culture like gbedu wey no dey finish. Drums of candombe echoed in the courtyards. Dance circles and religious brotherhoods shaped neighborhoods. Afro-Argentines helped build the city's architecture, markets, and traditions. Even the word tango was once used in colonial Buenos Aires to describe gatherings of African communities. places of music, dance, and storytelling. Yet today, tango is marketed as purely European. That's part of the erasure. But the story takes a turn in 1813. The revolutionary government passed the Free Womb Law, declaring that children born to enslaved mothers would be free once they reached adulthood. For paper, it be like progress, but it also served the needs of the elites. It allowed Argentina to keep exploiting enslaved labor while gradually phasing out slavery without reparations or recognition. Then in 1853, the Constitution officially abolished slavery altogether. A victory, but now so them they begin the lie say slavery no too serious for Argentina. Compare that to Brazil or the United States, where slavery is remembered as a central part of their history. For Argentina, them they reduce them like data where they finish. And yet, this was only the beginning of the disappearance. By the mid-1800s, the Afro-Argentine presence was still visible. People lived, loved, danced, fought in wars, built families, and built Argentina itself. But for backstage, them they set better plan we go wipe people comot like say them never existed. My people, make we talk about whitening. Them call am blackqueamiento for Igbo side. But before then, if you dey enjoy this gist so far, smash that like button and share this video. Make many people too see am. Drop the word Afro-Argentine for comment, make we know say you dey follow. We want also give special shout out to our community members who they engage with our videos on Facebook. What they mention is Mokobia Pascal. Continue to they engage and we go to give special shout out like this every Monday. We don't get a community group called Archive Gist Family where we they talk about history and also we they give people premium access to courses such as ghostwriting, Amazon KDP, and others to make them acquire better skills and help them for this economy. We know they collect shishio. If you know this group and you want join, I beg comment Archive Gist Family and you'll be given access ASAP. Now, back to the Afro-Argentine story. This was not a conspiracy whispered in dark rooms. It was an ideology preached in newspapers, policy debates, and elite social clubs. The idea was, make Argentina look more like Europe. It should advance by being whiter. How do you change the face of a nation? You no go just wave magic stick like Harry Potter. You go dey shift the chess pieces small, decade by decade. Now this is what they did. Firstly, social privileges tied to whiteness. That is, lighter skinned families found doors open in schools, jobs, and even marriage markets. If your skin fine like pap, na free pass. Them they ginger mixed marriage, not out of love for diversity, but as a strategy to dilute blackness. Government incentives for European immigrants, we will get to that in a minute, and statistical tricks. They remove racial categories from censuses, making black communities invisible on paper. And through it all, culture was rebranded. The tango, once rich with candombe rhythm and African movement, was polished into a ballroom dance for European salons. Meanwhile, oral histories, the beating heart of Afro-Argentine culture, were treated as folklore, not as the nation's roots. One a wicked something, it not just white people, it they wipe out whole generations like say then they press delete key. In the fight for independence from 1810 to 1816, and later conflicts like the War of Triple Alliance in the 1860s, Afro-Argentines were on the front lines. Enslaved men were offered freedom in exchange for military service, a cruel bargain that sent thousands to die in bloody battles. With many young black men gone, now women come plenty pass. Interracial marriages increased, not always by choice, but by demographic reality. Over time, family trees blended into the broader mestizo and European dominant populations. Names changed, Identities were softened, sometimes even hidden, and yet, death from war and marriages alone no fit erase an entire people. Them create change, yes, but the silence will come after, bros, na arranged package. Sickness no dey select skin, but environment dey decide who go kpai and who go survive. In the late 1800s, Buenos Aires faced waves of cholera and devastating yellow fever epidemic of 1871. Na the poor southern area where black people jam-pack got the hardest hit. Plenty were unalived. Newspapers they talk say some streets empty like ghost town. For big men, na tragedy, but na also better chance. Them they talk say, you see the black population is disappearing on its own. So, no need to discuss centuries of policy. No need to admit who got into healthcare, clean water, or self-housing. And something else happened. Survivors moved. Some jackpot comot, some hide inside village mix. Their blackness became less visible in urban areas, the very places where the national identity was being written. Now we don't reach the main level, the numbers. In 1853, Argentina's constitution promised to foster European immigration. By the 1870s, under President Nicolas Avellaneda, Law 817 actively required Italians, Spaniards, Germans, French. Steamships brought millions. From 1850 to 1930, roughly 6 to 7 million Europeans poured in. The population blew up 4x. Imagine a city of 100,000 with 30,000 Afro-descendants. Now imagine adding 400,000 Europeans in just a few decades. Percentages change, visibility shrinks, myths begin grow like weed. And the myth was seductive. Argentina, the white nation of South America, it shined past their neighbors like Brazil. It fits the European fantasies of a civilized outpost in the southern cone. But it was a myth built on silence. Then ghost Afro-Argentines delete indigenous people join. It sold an image that served elites, and sold it so well that many Argentines today grow up believing it. Make I even shock you. Even the hype with them, they hype Argentina. Afro-Argentine heartprints still there everywhere. The tango heartbeats, it's African. Spanish colonial architecture, it was built by enslaved and freed black artisans. Even Argentine Spanish, its slang, its rhythms, now West African flavor the inside. If you know why, them just one paint coat cover around. If this gist they sweet you for belle, I beg smash that like button if you never do am. It go help other party them discover the real African gist when them hide. And subscribe to this channel, make you know they miss our untold stories. Pause small, close your eyes. Picture a grandma for Buenos Aires for 1880. Her braided hair will carry African stories. They watch them teach her grandchildren for school say Argentina be no get black population. They watch her neighbors, they take white for census form because it mean better job, better marriage, and less wahala. Now ask yourself, how would it feel to watch your lineage slip off the page of history while you are still alive? We have uncovered wars, diseases, immigration, policy, and myth. But there's one more layer, a modern twist that changes how we think about identity itself. Now, because these few decades now, Afro-Argentine no plenty, but their voice they loud now, like street speaker. And their fight is reshaping what Argentina knows about itself. Stay with us, because the final chapters reveal a country wrestling with its own reflection. And bro, the real question, not be waiting happen before, now waiting goes up next. By the 20th century, the story was set. School books, political speeches, tourist brochures, all repeating the same line. Argentina is a white nation. Generations grew up never questioning it. Students learn about Spain and Italy, the Gauchos, European settlers, the wars for independence, but they didn't learn about Maria Remedios Deval, an Afro-Argentine war hero called Mother of the Homeland, who fought for independence and died in poverty, nearly forgotten. The silence was total, it was deep, and it worked. Almost. Because who you be no dey kpai, e dey chill dey wait. In the late 20th and early 21st century, cracks began to show in the narrative. Scholars started digging into military archives, parish records, censuses, private letters, discovering the missing names. Communities in Buenos Aires, Santa Fe, Santiago del Estero, and Corrientes began celebrating Candombe again, drumming in the streets, claiming space. Activists demanded recognition in law and visibility in culture. In 2010, for the first time in over a century, Argentina National Census asked about Afro-descendants again. Nearly 150,000 people identified themselves as Afro-Argentine, and experts agree that the real number is far higher, hidden by decades of stigma and silence. This was not just about statistics, it was about dignity, and about re-entering history books, about children seeing themselves on the page again. When you dig below the myth, you find something beautiful. Afro-Argentine influences everywhere. The tango, born from African candombe, European polka, and Krilu milonga, breeded into something uniquely Argentine. Lonfando slang, words like laburo, which means work, and mina, woman, with African linguistic roots. Festivals like the Feast of San Balthasar, an Afro-Argentine celebration that dates back centuries that is still alive today. Even food traditions, from mazamora to locro, carry the imprint of African kitchens. You can erase names from a census. You can even silence teachers. But the culture, it always sneaks through the cracks. Today, Argentina faces a choice. The narrative of whiteness served a political goal in the 19th century, but it left scars. Afro-Argentines still dey hustle for equal respect. Make them see them. Give them better chance. Museums, universities and schools are starting slowly to teach a fuller history. Also, younger generations are questioning what it means to be Argentine in a country built more by hands than they were told. And beyond Argentina, this is a global question. How many nations have built their pride on selective memory? How many of us carry ancestry we were never taught to claim? See the truth with textbook no grade drop. Argentina no lose their black people. They just decide to bind their eyes. Through war, policy, migration, and narrative, a vibrant African presence was reduced to a whisper, but never fully gone. And now, as the voice dey rise again, history dey begin dey heal like wound wey dey dry. Because when a country admits what it tried to forget, something powerful happens. People reconnect to their roots. Children find heroes who look like them. Nations rediscover the beauty of their real messy, mixed and magnificent identities. If this gist touch your chest, no back am for there o. Abeg tap the like button for this video. It go help the truth dey waka. Comment your thoughts. Should Argentina formally acknowledge its erased black history in schools and national ceremonies? Also, share this give person wey think say history na one-time writing. E no be so o. You fit help am rewrite with the truth. And if you want to hear more deep African untold gist, coded connections, and truths wey dem dey hide for maps dey give us, please press subscribe. More history dey wait to breathe again. Now, before you go, click on this video. Ashanti Wars in Ghana, the empire that defied the British. Now, one interesting and hidden gist you no go like to miss.